Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, the end of the cruise was not the way I wanted it to end because I ran into one of those people who just doesn't give a dang about anybody else. So let me paint you a picture. It's disembarkation day. They just announced that anybody who is self-disembarking, meaning you're taking your own luggage off with you, you're not handing it over to anybody, you're able to start disembarking at forward deck 7 and aft deck 7. So I walk over, I come down the stairway, and I see this line going into the Manhattan dining room, leading through the elevators and continuing all the way down into the casino. And there's a lady standing there at between the elevators and the main dining room there where everyone's heading in to disembark and saying, please respect the line. The line starts that way. And people were getting off the elevators and we heard, and so we headed down the line. We went all the way down, probably about 200 people, and got in line. And the line looked something like this from where we were. And we were in line, and it took me about 35 minutes to get back to the elevators, not even the staircase that I came down, but the elevators where basically I started from, right? When I started down the end of the line. And I see this family come out. There's about 12 of them. You know, mother, teenagers, younger kids, adult males. And they come out of the elevator and the ladies, and they just move all this luggage, picture 12 people's luggage, and they're all self-disembarking. And they just moved it into the line and butted their way into the line. And I said, sorry folks, if you just got off the elevator, the line starts back there. And then I turned around and started keeping in line. And then I heard her say, people just need to calm down. Everyone's just trying to get off the ship. And I just turned around to her and I said, yes. Those 200 people were in front of you trying to get off the ship. But that's okay. You be one of those people. Go ahead and be one of those people that you don't care about anybody else. And then as I'm in line, about 3 or 4 different couples in front of me said, oh, that way to go. Good job doing that. They make me so mad. You know, I was the only one who spoke up. But I left it at that. And we were about 12 feet from the Norwegian Cruise Line girl who was trying to tell everyone to respect the line and go back. She didn't do anything, but I don't hold this on her. I mean, what are you going to do? Cause a fight with 12 passengers who are completely disrespecting everybody else because it's all about them? And I felt so bad for the teenagers and that because this is the parent that's teaching them to do this. This is the parents that's telling them it's okay not to follow rules because it's all about you, dear. It's all about us, sweetheart. It's not about everybody else. The hell with everybody else in society. The hell with rules. It's all about us. And this is the type of parenting that I'm seeing when I see this. And it drives me nuts. Because if, as a single person by myself, walking off with a backpack, you know, goes to the back of a line of 200 and some people, certainly 12 people getting off an elevator, all with about 15, 20 baggages of luggage, should have gotten off the elevator. And if they would have been butting in, like they were literally beside me when they came off the elevator, had they been the people who were like butting in front of me, I probably would have even said more. But I said, I'm getting off the ship. I'm not going to start a rumble here in the middle there, I said my piece. I asked them, I mentioned in case they were confused, I mentioned to them that the line starts back then, so they're clear. This is, you're butting in line. Now they know for sure, there's no excuses. They know they're butting in line. And then she said, people just need to mind their own business. We're all just trying to get off the ship. Yeah, we are. We're all trying to get off the ship. And all 200 and some of us in line were doing it properly. And you were being the little prissy woman who didn't give a damn about anybody else. Hate to say that, but it's true. You really don't care. And you're teaching your kids not to care. So you're raising another family that's going to behave exactly this way. Now Karma did strike a little bit, because I was beside one of the younger lads that was with her. It ended up, because the lines kind of joined going closer like this. And he ended up being beside me. I wasn't being rude to him, he wasn't being rude to me or anything like that. In fact, we talked in the line, because it was a much longer line once you got into the man. It was like a Disney World snake lineup inside to get off. And the line would stop, and he was wondering why, did somebody get stuck or something like that? I said, no, usually it's because they only have, you only have so much room on the gangplank to get off the gangway, and they don't want to have too many people on there at the same time. I said sometimes it's scooters and mobility issue, people need help, so it slows down the line. Oh, that makes sense, he says. So we were having a conversation, because I didn't hold anything against the kids. The kids are being taught by the mom. They're being taught by the mom. And when I said something, they all looked at the mom, and the mom did nothing. So I can't blame the kids. But then, as karma will often strike, there was an issue with their account. And so they ended up getting pulled out of the line and had to go over to another desk to fix their account, while everybody else kept getting off the ship. All the people around me had this big smile on our face. And about 4 or 5 different people said, karma is great, karma is great. Yeah, karma can work, but all you had to do is get in line. Or if something had happened and you really, really needed to get off the ship, you could have at least said something like that. We're really, really sorry, our alarm didn't go off, and our driver is downstairs waiting already, and it's costing us money every second we wait. At least you would have had an excuse. But to say, the heck with everybody else, everyone's just trying to get off the ship. Everyone was trying to get off the ship. And if everyone was like you, it would be a mess. Now, Norwegian Cruise Line, in the future, maybe you should have those rails, those stretching things like, the line makers, down beside the elevators. So there's a passageway in the middle for people going to get off the ship, and then the other people, you can have people standing there beside the elevators and tell them, that way folks, that way. And then they can't butt in line because they have those stretch ropes there. If all of a sudden you saw 12 people with all their luggage pulling up that rope and moving it, you could say something, and I bet you darn well the passengers around there would say something, because it's very clear then that the line is there. But you just had it wide open, so everyone coming off the elevator just pushed into that center, and then they just stayed there, a lot of them. And that caused a big, big backup in people getting off the ship who were properly in line. And it also made a lot of people, like myself, very frustrated that this was happening and it wasn't under control. So, in the future, maybe have some guides there so people don't and can't butt in line. And if you are those people in butt in line, well, hate to say it, but shame on you. And you're really teaching your kids a really good lesson in life. Well, I hope you appreciate that. Can you see I'm a little amped up? Hope you appreciate this little video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.